Hey, happy New Year's Eve.
Hey, thanks. Same to you, Pete.
Yeah, one more shot at 2022 right here.
Yeah, one more shot at it.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Giving it one more good
last podcast of the year, right? Unless we decide to film one later, which I doubt is going to happen.
Yeah.
What are your plans for New Year's?
I was kind of hoping you were going to come up with something.
Well, I've got a few ideas, but what kind of New Year's guy are you? Are you one of those that like leave early, asleep by 10?
No. I like to stick around till midnight and get my little glass of champagne. And
yeah.
Happy New Year. But the big pitfall for New Year's Eve is trying to make plans at the last minute.
Why do you say that?
Because this happens to me every year. It's 8:00 and I'm scrambling around, texting people, trying to figure out where I'm going to go.
Yeah. Well, we were invited to a party, right?
And callously turned it down.
I don't know who Sierra is. Well, I mean, I know her.
Yeah, no.
I've seen her before.
She was like, we're going to Sierra's for New Year's. And I was like, Googling it. And I was like, what is Sierra's? I was like, Sierra's KC.
Yeah, you thought it was the name of a bar or something?
Yeah.
Don't know Sierra.
Sorry, Sierra.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we'll get to... Probably not. Didn't she just move out of the building next door? Now she lives in, who knows where?
Yeah. Everyone's growing up, getting houses, getting real jobs.
So I don't want to be reminded of that. So let's go to Big House, right? We're probably just going to go to Big House.
Yeah.
Big House KC. Shout out. We'll put their Instagram handle up there. Yeah, because it's a good time.
Yeah.
We were just at that synthesizer show there a couple days ago. Boy, was that fun.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. You killed it.
Yeah.
Mark did a set, and he brought the plates down.
Yeah.
People were dancing. Everyone was bopping their heads along to the music.
Oh, it was well.
I think the organizers loved it. We had a little chat with them afterwards.
It was well received. Here, we'll play a clip here. I clipped kind of my favorite part of the performance. Yeah.
The end? Yeah. The energy was good.
Hear all that applause?
Yeah.
It's for me. Yeah. I'm a special boy.
We all know why you do it. Why do we do it? Never mind.
That was fun. I want to do more of that. My New Year's resolution is to play more music live around town. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's a good challenge.
Yeah. What's your New Year's resolution?
Oh, I have a few. I'm considering. I don't know. I really want to I have a few. I want to pull my wardrobe together. I want to be more sartorially inclined.
Excuse me?
I want to look better.
You want to dress better?
I just want to look better.
You just want to look better.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're back on the dating scene now. You broke up with your girlfriend.
Well,
did we cover this on the podcast yet?
I think we cut it.
We cut it.
It was way too personal. But, yeah, I'm just going through some stuff right now, and I'm making some personal changes, and I feel like it's time to be doing me.
Yeah. 2023 is going to be the year.
2023 is all about me.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm there for it.
Welcome to the Marc and Pete, Shark and Feet podcast.
Yeah, that was an interesting opener, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
New Year's edition. Exciting stuff. We're going to run through our favorite memes of the year, right? No, we didn't plan any of that stuff. It's just a normal episode.
No. Yeah.
The new format, though, the blurbs say the new format's good. Shout out to the blurbs again. They also think that Kansas City has some fantastical bridge,
which is false. We don't have any bridges.
There's no good bridge.
There's no bridges.
Yeah, if there was a sight to see in Kansas City,
Probably the fountains, right?
The fountains?
Yeah.
The fountains aren't that impressive.
The Plaza, J.C. Nichols.
The most photographed thing in Kansas City is the Union Station, right? A big train station, a glorious train station, right?
Yeah. No bridges, though. I wonder where she heard that.
I don't know. I feel like she was probably thinking of what's the thing they have in St. Louis?
The Arch.
Not a bridge, but
The
Arch.
Yeah.
Maybe she was thinking of San Francisco. They famously have that bridge.
Yeah.
I don't know. No bridges. Plenty of trees. Western Auto sign.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to edit so many pictures in. But they asked us to show pictures of Kansas City attractions. They might come and visit. And they seemed like they were toying with the idea of coming to visit.
That'd be so cool. You could bring that air mattress back
Come
up.
out and visit. I just
Stay
got
in Mark's living room.
Just got an air mattress because my mom was supposed to come and visit me, and then fucking Southwest Airlines pulled that bullshit. Is that one of our news stories?
No, it's not, but easily could have been.
Yeah. That's upsetting. Grounded their flight. Couldn't get over here.
Ruined Christmas.
Yeah. Had to spend Christmas alone. But
Yeah.
I've got an air mattress. I guess I'll keep it. Come and this will be your room right here.
The Marc and Pete sign stays up. Sorry, guys.
Come visit, eat the barbecue. Would love to have you. They went pretty personal with their. Well, okay, all right. Enough talking about the blurbs. Go watch the blurbs if you wanna hear what they're doing. Ethan's been married twice. You know what? All right, let's get into the news. Right?
Yeah, cue it. Do it.
Cue the news.
First in world news, UK, it's United Kingdom medical practice mistakenly texts patients that they have aggressive lung cancer instead of wishing them a Merry Christmas. This is kind of like that Hawaii nuclear missile thing.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. So it's just an accidental text message that they sent out saying that they all have lung cancer.
Yeah, and it like sent them a form to fill out for like
for like end of life. Yeah. Oh, pretty big mistake there,
yeah,
right?
You know, I used to be a receptionist at a doctor's office. There are very few things you can do to screw that up, but if there's one thing, it's
I just don't know.
It's this.
You know, maybe it's the product of over automation. You know, because you shouldn't be able to blast that out to everyone.
Like MailChimp or something.
Yeah, you think it should be a little more manual process when you're about to text someone. And should you even text them to let them know that they have terminal lung cancer?
Yeah, it seems highly impersonal.
Yeah. Well, did you read the article?
Yeah.
Were people pretty upset by it?
Yeah.
Ruined a lot of Christmases?
I'm sure there's a lawsuit in the making here.
Why would you send, you know, it's a product of over marketing, right? Why do I need a Merry Christmas from the hospital?
Well, see, this person's saying like the alternative. What if the message was meant for someone and they're told it's a Christmas message? Like, what if you do have terminal lung cancer and
but it's still not nearly as bad. I mean, so you've got terminal lung cancer. You still want a well wishes, right? A Merry Christmas. Not so bad.
It seems like if you weren't screened for lung cancer within a reasonable amount of time before this, though, you know, you hadn't had a doctor's visit,
right?
It's not gonna. You're just like, oh, that's a mistake.
Yeah. If I got a text right now saying I have lung cancer, and say, okay, whatever,
send us $500 in Best Buy gift cards.
Yeah. Dude, that gift card thing, it's crazy. I saw some estimated figure of how many dollars were stolen through those gift card scams.
Yeah, how many dollars?
It was billions, maybe trillions. It was a ton just getting sucked out of the U.S. economy, going to God knows where, Okay. What
Yeah.
was the Hawaii airstrike thing? Right, the Hawaii nuclear. There was like a warning that a nuclear missile was inbound.
Yeah.
That one was pretty classic. It was a big thing in like the UX UI community to like come up with like ways that bad UI would have caused them to like send that message instead of the one that they intended. You know, like an ad pops up and moves the button down or something. You know, like that.
Yeah. Big mistake.
Yeah. Well, United Kingdom, they have socialized healthcare. Is that right?
Something like it.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get. Socialized healthcare. Everyone has lung cancer.
This guy says, the first thing I thought was, is this some kind of sick joke?
Yep. You ever get the follow-up emails from like some company will send out a marketing blast and then they'll leave out a key piece of information or get a date wrong or something, so then they immediately send another email?
Yeah. I mean, I send a lot of emails and it's high pressure. I'm always proofreading over and over again before I hit send.
You know, it's the worst. And I feel like it's a common one to run into when applying for jobs. Or it used to be more when
You forget to attach your resume.
yeah. You're like, but you were touting your
I'll
attention
never
to
work for
detail.
Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, there's a good meme there with like it's like the airplane, you know, or like it's like a letter written, signed, and then document attached, and it's the people standing on the stairs. We'll find it. We'll put it up. Easy to do. Gmail has a good feature. Have you ever run into the feature? Do you use Gmail to send your emails?
I know they added a feature so you can unsend an email.
Well, the feature that I like is, so, you know, usually if you're sending an attachment, you'll say something like, please see attached or something like that.
Yeah.
It reads your email. And if you mention like attached or anything, it'll warn you. Be like, hey, do you mean to attach something?
Pretty nifty.
Pretty cool.
Love Gmail.
Yeah. I love people reading my emails. I guess it's just robots.
Yeah.
What do you think about this Chat GPT thing? Have we covered that?
It's not in the headlines, but we could mention it.
I mean, have we talked about it before?
No.
It's pretty new.
No, it's pretty new.
Are you sure? Are you sure it
Since
wasn't
the
part of
last
the
episode.
title of one of our episodes?
No.
What do you think of it? Have you used it?
I
free?
hear kids are using the Chat GPT to plagiarize their college papers.
Heck yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. And I mean, that's pretty, like, man, they have it so easy.
I know, right? It's weird. You get these windows of time where it's easy to cheat in school. You know, like before there was when I was in school, they had figured out, like college, they'd figured out plagiarism detectors. So all the teachers had that.
Turnitin.com.
Yeah, they'd run it through the detector and see how much is plagiarized. I don't know.
But like there must have been a window there, like right when Wikipedia launched, but you didn't have Turnitin.com.
Yeah.
Crap out of something.
And there was also Cliff Notes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cliff Notes, that was like, you know, early web. And someone figured out there was a market for just posting up summaries of things that are often required reading in school. Yeah. Pretty nice. But now we got AI, but then probably also sophisticated countermeasures, right?
No, I mean, if I was a teacher reading one of those papers, like I could probably tell that an AI wrote it. It's not that good.
Yeah. What is the test? There's some famous, is that the
Turing test?
Is that the Turing test?
Yeah.
I know there's also Turing complete. It probably is the Turing test. If you could talk with a robot and not know that you're talking to the robot.
Yeah. And you've achieved like sentient AI.
Doesn't that seem pretty subjective to the person? You know, because I think there's people that are a lot more perceptive to that stuff than, you know, Cluster Truck. Right? You know, we get that delivery food.
Yeah.
Cluster Truck, and they have their delivery drivers. There's one delivery driver, Brandon, who always, when he's like
with a Y.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. Brandon.
Does he drive a red Honda Insight?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Okay, so I'm sure he does this to you. When he thinks he's about a minute away, he'll call.
Oh, yeah.
And he always sounds exactly the same. Like, hi, this is Brandon.
Cluster.
Yeah. And so after a while, I figured, okay, this is just a recording. Maybe he's got some app rigged up so it calls, or maybe it's part of the cluster truck program. So one time I just hung up after, I answered it and it was him doing his thing. I just hung up. I figured it was automated. The next time he comes, he like very clearly lets me know that he's like, hey, Mark, it's Brandon over here. He tells me like the corner he's on and stuff, about a minute away. And I'm like, oh man, he remembered me hanging up. He was probably like, Dick, I thought he was a robot. I don't know. I feel like I've also, when we have the Google internet service.
Yeah.
There was one time I was on the phone with them, with support. And I've been on the phone with their support dozens of times. A lot of times it's like, you can tell it's like an overseas call center, heavy accents. You can hear a lot of people in the room and stuff. But one time I had this crisp conversation with this real nice lady who, man, I just kind of feel like she was a robot, but like a very sophisticated, conversational AI.
Yeah, she's like that Silicon Valley robot, just the face.
Yeah, because like she was answering my questions like pretty, perfectly to what I was asking and the information I was giving her. But there were just like these weird little tells, like a bit of like strange pause, and then the way that she would say like okay was just a little too similar each time it came through the phone.
I don't know. It's the year 2022, man. I mean, there are a lot of weird sexual orientations out there. Some people might just identify as cyborg.
Yeah. Aren't we all cyborgs now, Pete?
Yeah. Aesthetic knowledge.
These phones in our pockets. Insoles.
So, to bring it full circle, aggressive lung cancer instead of Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Too bad. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. Here's a good one. Andrew Tate mocked after pizza tweet to Thunberg may have led to arrest. This is an interesting story. I kind of know a little bit about this one because it's been all over Twitter. Pretty funny. Pretty bad. Have you followed this?
I know that Andrew Tate is a famous asshole.
Yes.
And he tweeted at climate activist Greta Thunberg, who is like 12?
19, autistic.
Okay. And he was being an asshole to her. She clapped back at him, and then like, all of Twitter clapped back at him. And then I'm a little fuzzy in the details.
Yeah, so to go in a little finer grain, he sent some asshole tweet to Greta, who famously climate change activist, about how many cars he has, and asks for her email so he can give her a full emissions report. Something stupid. And she replies, that sounds great. My email is smalldickenergy@getalife.com. And it's I saw some number saying it's in the top 25 most liked tweets of all time now. And so Andrew Tate is just a famous asshole. What is he like? Has some program that he lures like young boys into and teaches them how to hate women. Or something.
It's a red pill.
I hear
he red pills them.
I hear it's an issue at like schools. Like teachers are having like a harder time with their classes because there's all these red pilled fucking Tate bro kids, like 11 years old, and they're just being shitheads, and it's because of his indoctrination.
Shitheads.
Yeah. Crazy. So everyone hates him. He got kicked off of most social media platforms. He probably got brought back on Twitter by Elon Musk because, he's just killing it over there at Twitter. and sends this asshole tweet. Okay, so then she replies, and then he makes a response video. So he makes a video where he's, talking more shit to this poor lady. And there's pizza boxes featured in the video from some Timmy's or Johnny's, Jimmy's Pizza or something.
Mhm.
Some big chain that's in Romania, which I guess is his primary residence or something. I don't know. But the Romanian government has been like watching and waiting for a moment where they can prove that he's in Romania so they can raid his house and arrest him. And that was their tip, his rebuttal video to Greta.
Man, that's some like David Fincher shit. That's awesome. The pizza box in the video.
Yeah, it's really the it's very much a fuck around and find out sort of thing. Just the way it went, attacking the most innocent, just a girl who's concerned with climate change, who entered the media cycle during was it 2016 or something?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, and just very poetic justice. I feel like worked out pretty well. Yeah, apparently he was wanted for human trafficking.
Oh yeah, that's like the headline doesn't say that. So
yeah,
that's one of the worst crimes.
As far as crimes go, like you'd think it would be tax evasion or something, but
no, it was like sex slavery,
trafficking. Yeah. Hopefully he goes down hard.
Yeah.
Real piece of shit. I don't know. There's a lot of them out there. What's your take on Jordan Peterson? Do you know who that is?
No, I was confusing him with Scott Peterson, who is a famous death row inmate, killed his pregnant wife.
Right. I think this has come up because I had a neighbor named Scott Peterson. Did not kill his pregnant wife. Died of lung cancer. I don't know, some kind of cancer.
Full circle, baby.
Rip Scott. But what was the point we were on?
Who's Jordan Peterson?
Oh yeah, Jordan Peterson. I feel like the same sort of thing. Just teaching all this, like, I don't know, what's the word? Anti-woman, misogynistic. Yeah, sort of. But he does it with like the guise of like he's like a college professor, so he's like, oh, I'm so smart about it. And Joe Rogan has me on his podcast all the time. As opposed to Andrew Tate is just like, I'm a tough guy. I got lots of cars. I don't know how he rose to fame. I know he's a kickboxer or something. That's how he got a little money? Or maybe it was sex trafficking in Romania. I don't know. Good story though. Good story to end the year. Go Greta. We'll put her Instagram handle up here. Or Twitter.
How about
probably
her email address? No, her handle.
Yeah. Put her handle up here and
stand Greta.
Donate to the climate change fund because it is it's getting scary out here in the Midwest. I think we really get the brunt of the global weirding that's happening.
Yeah,
I think the storm that went through.
Mm-hmm.
You know the storm.
Mm-hmm.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Was it cold?
It was like a negative 30 wind chill.
Yeah, I think it was the coldest like wind front. I'm not no meteorologist, but I guess it was the coldest one in 40 years.
You did take that class in college.
I took a couple meteorology classes. Yeah, I think it was the coldest cold front as far as with wind chill factor in 40 years. We'll fact check it, put it up here. It's gonna be a heavy editing one. Oh, great story. Puts a smile on my face. Fuck Andrew Tate.
And in neighborhood news from metro.co.uk, a man who moved near train tracks complains to train companies about train noises.
Okay. He looks like a pretty trustworthy character there.
That's just what British people dress like.
Well,
The antiques, he's an antiques dealer. Goes into a bit more detail. The antiques dealer has had to endure sleepless nights after he couldn't get to sleep because of the sound of trains meters from his home. Now, I don't know how much a meter is, but
it's like 3.5 feet around there.
Oh, it's so close.
I guess he chose the wrong place to live. I had to get that one in there. Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, it can be annoying. I wouldn't want to live next to train tracks.
Yeah.
We're next to an airport.
You live next to a bus stop. That's not as loud as a train, but that can get pretty crazy.
It's pretty loud. Yeah, it's loud enough that there's enough noise out front. The last bus comes at 11:30, and I just never figure I'll be trying to sleep before then.
Yeah, is that the rowdy bus? Is it like you get the drunks going home?
Yeah, it honks. It's blasting DMX.
Yeah,
yeah. It's the loud one. Yeah, and we get the loud crazies. That's the one thing that's nice about the winter, and I hope that all the folks that are usually running around screaming in the streets are in nice warm beds. Hopefully, at some warming centers or shelters or something. I hope they're okay. Yeah. But I'm glad they're not out on the streets in front of my apartment, because that is annoying. The novelty. I used to film them, and there was the novelty. One time, I saw two guys pull machetes on each other.
Machetes.
Yeah, caught it on film.
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just sick of it at this point.
You should throw that up here. I keep saying we should. When you see something, post something.
I know.
World star.
You wanna turn the crazy bus stop into content.
Just saying, you want a video with 1 million views. That's how you do it.
My issue with it is it like doxes my location. They're gonna know exactly where I live. If it's a popular Instagram account or something,
or someone recognizes that bus stop.
Like, yeah,
I take that bus all the time, Henry.
It's a pretty popular part of town.
I take that bus all the time. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, noisy living conditions. It's one of those things. I don't mind it. I'm a heavy sleeper. But you've told me that you wake up to any old sound, right?
Yeah, it's usually just my neighbor go smoke cigarettes.
Oh, yeah. Pete.
I slept really well last night.
Yeah?
Why? Yeah. I like that meme you sent. God's comfiest beds for his sleepiest boys.
Play off the toughest battles meme. Yeah. Well, this guy, did you read the article? 72 years old, antique silver dealer.
And his bedroom was right by the tracks. Too close to the tracks. But you ever been to Chicago? Seen the what do they call it? The L train there.
Oh, sure.
Elevated subways.
Right.
And there's some apartments there that are just like right against the tracks. Like I imagine it would be very loud, but I don't know. You'd hope you'd at least get like lower rent or something.
Right. You kind of have to have that to combat gentrification and stuff, right? No one wants to live by the train tracks, so that's going to be the most affordable housing.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of a good natural thing to combat housing. It's a big thing in Kansas City right now. Apparently, you can't get an apartment for less than $1,000 now. Which just like 2 years ago, you could throw a dart and find a cheap apartment. It's all going up. I don't know why. Is it inflation?
I think it's stagflation. It's a combination of high inflation and economic stagnation, which drives prices up but purchasing power down.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. It's all gonna start coming down. We're already seeing it with home sale prices. They're starting to normalize.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Worst economy since 2008.
Starting to correct. Yeah. Well, it all comes down to how we can navigate it, because I think we have the tools, and there were some contributing factors like supply chain shortages and stuff. Things like that should start clearing up here in this next year, around the time that we're trying to correct and just have an actual sane economy. I'm optimistic that maybe we can navigate this one, as long as we can keep it in the White House. Am I right?
You just alienated half of our listeners.
All right, we'll bleep that.
Keep it whatever color fits in the White House.
Yeah. All right. You got any more on this guy? It's not a real rich story.
No, it's kind of funny. On. It's kind of some offbeat news.
Did you say the headline in a funny way?
Yeah.
Good. Guy
So,
looks like what are those puppets that they do in the comedy shows?
Crank yankers.
No, like the what do you call it? The
Ventriloquist. dummy.
ventriloquist. Yeah, it looks like a ventriloquist.
And that's the news.
That was the news?
That was the news.
No, is that 3?
It was 3 stories in 35 minutes. Pretty good.
All right, that was the news. Yeah, slow news cycle. Everyone's everyone's just home.
Yeah, I
drunk.
think the Andrew Tate story was,
That was pretty good.
pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's
kind of speaks for itself.
yeah. All right, memes.
Move on to memes.
This week's memes.
Nice.
We're burping into the mic now. Comedy. Mark Norman says. Should we become comedians? Because I feel like we're trying to do a comedy podcast, but usually comedians do comedy podcasts. Should we start doing stand-up? I think I could do stand-up.
Maybe.
Gotta write some jokes.
Yeah.
Choo-choo chose the wrong place to live.
We're going to be somewhere between like sketch comedy and stand-up comedy. And,
Yeah? Do you want to do a
but
comedy duo?
on the podcast, this is a safe space to like try things and experiment things.
Yeah. Is there an improv in KC? What's the comedy club? Is there a comedy club?
Remember that one
jazz
we were
clubs.
gonna go see that one guy up north a little bit, but at the last minute we decided not to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, my brother had tickets.
Yeah, it's a comedy club.
Brian Callen, who's not done well. I think he's been canceled. I don't know. He had a spat with Bobby Lee, who is one of my favorites.
Oh man, why would they argue?
Well, so he has a podcast with another guy who's a fighter. You want me to go into the story? Is this interesting?
To keep it short.
he has a podcast with another guy, Brendan Schwab, who I guess is a married guy who's has had some notoriety around the comedy community of like hitting on female comedians, and then so one of the podcasts, Trash Tuesday, kind of talked about it. Bobby Lee's girlfriend, Kalila, or ex-girlfriend or whatever, was part of that. And then it got weird. There was like a Reddit thing where apparently Brandon and Brian had proof that they ran an account that was behind a lot of... it's not worth explaining. I've forgotten why we've even talked about it. Brian Callen.
Well, you're halfway there. He pissed off Bobby Lee.
He pissed off Bobby Lee and accused Bobby Lee of
girlfriend.
slander or something and threatened him with legal action and stuff. Yeah, it's all because he asked Kalila to walk him to his truck. Drama. Check out Tiger Belly. Good podcast. And Bad Friends. One of my favorites.
You know what we do that those podcasts don't do though?
Memes. This week's memes.
Do it again. Okay. We got a theme this week with this week's memes. Because these all just come from our group text, and we had a pretty funny exchange going on. And it was all Neil deGrasse Tyson themed.
Yeah.
He was just being his regular self.
Well, if you look into our
embarrassing
archive,
himself.
and so this is kind of appropriate for a New Year's episode. I think it was our first meme episode that we did, or when we like first tried out the memes concept, that we had a Neil deGrasse Tyson meme, which we should show that, or maybe just show a clip of us
I think you're right.
talking about that one.
All right.
Yeah, and what's neat is it seems like the internet has. I think we were early adopters to the cynicism about Neil deGrasse Tyson and how he's I don't know, his stuff isn't just interesting. He just says facts that aren't that interesting in a very dramatic way,
dramatic, condescending, almost
condescending,
kind of way.
yeah. And it seems like the internet's really really figured it out, and they're turning on him. So let's look at. Is that all we're doing? All the memes
it's all DGT.
Okay.
So they're tweet exchanges, because a lot of this drama takes place on Twitter. He's a big Twitter guy. So bear with us. These tweets, this first one is an exchange. Neil deGrasse Tyson says, just to affirm that whoever says happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas is using a word that etymologically derives from holy days. To which there's a reply. Neil, you are Googling ways to be a nerd. Are you Googling ways to be a nerdlinger or what?
Yeah, and this is an OC screen cap. I screen cap this straight from Twitter.
Nice catch. This could. Hey, so we should start that meme account.
Yeah, well, I talked about working it into, like, we could just be posting memes in between, probably be good for engagement.
Yeah,
but you're worried about them being associated with us on a personal level.
Oh yeah,
because some of our memes get a little spicy.
We did talk about this.
We talked about it.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about it.
We should have named the podcast something other than Marc and Pete podcast. It's too close to our identities. And there's that whole thing where everyone thinks that we're a couple. So yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson pointing out the obvious, right? Everyone's thought about that, right? Everyone
holidays,
holy days. Yeah, clearly. And
are you Googling ways to be a nerdlinger or what?
I thought you're an astrophysicist. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, why just be that guy? Actually, happy holidays, because
he's actually guy.
It comes around the whole, like Merry Christmas. Like, it's not super inclusive to say Merry Christmas, so Happy Holidays is a better alternative.
Oh, but nope, you're saying Happy Holy Days.
Holy Days, so that doesn't work. It's I don't care for it.
What should we say, Neil? What should we say?
Yeah. What should we say?
Come on, yes, and
probably something about the Earth's rotation or something.
Oh, fucking
Neil.
Jab you with the
what is with his Twitter profile picture right now too? It's like a bathroom selfie. Like,
yeah, he's holding up a phone with a ridiculous phone case.
My brother in Christ, you're a millionaire. Why are you? I think it's because he thinks that the combination of his phone case being, what is it? Is it like a starry night or something?
Yeah.
And then he's got the sun and moon shirt. He's really got to paste it onto himself that he's really into science.
I don't trust these pop scientists.
On to the next one. So this is Neil deGrasse Tyson tweeting at Neil Tyson. We'll put his Twitter up here. In case you were wondering, for Santa, in a single 24-hour Earth night to deliver presents to all those who celebrate Christmas, he must visit 25,000 homes per second. To which there's a reply from I Bless the Rains down in Castamere. He can stop time, idiot. Which, duh. Pretty basic Santa science, right? Yeah. And again, it's like all these, just the tone of Neil deGrasse Tyson's tweets. It's all just like, let me ruin this for you.
Yeah.
And like so pompous, like, were you enjoying yourself? Well, actually, he would have to go so fast. It's not even possible. Like, he's trying to ruin Santa for us.
Yeah.
Something that we all know is a made up thing, like it's like he thinks he's the guy. He's the guy that's like, oh, if you believe in Santa, here's why you're dumb. Can't stand him.
Of that, he can stop time, idiot. Last tweet, someone has caught on to the Neil deGrasse Tyson thing that we caught on to here. And Cody Johnston at Dr. Mr. Cody says, Neil deGrasse Tyson voice. Christmas was made up by humans. In fact, all holidays were.
Yeah.
Which he gets it. Cody Johnston gets
Nails it. Nails it. A real obvious fact with a...
In fact.
Yeah. Then in fact, and it's just, just something to make you feel like, oh, really? Darn. I don't know. I like that. I think that should be a meme format that really takes a lot of life. Neil deGrasse Tyson voice.
Yeah.
Let's make a shirt. Should we do merch? Let's make a shirt. Just square brackets. Neil deGrasse Tyson voice. Is that too nerdy?
We could workshop it.
Yeah, I think there's something there. Yeah. Neil, it ain't it. You know, I grew up with what's his name? Skinny scientist guy?
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill.
Yeah. Awesome theme song.
Mm-hmm. Cool outfits, good attitude.
Cool guy. Yeah. He had a reboot show, kind of, right? Bill Nye Saves the World.
Mm-hmm.
Did it not do well? I remember it being...
I saw it on network TV.
I remember... No, I thought it was a Netflix show.
I don't know.
I think it was a Netflix thing. But it was a little preachy, you know? It was kind of getting into the Greta Thunberg, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all about the dangers of climate change.
Yeah, well...
I get it. It's an important topic, but, you know, it's not good for ratings. I've heard it so many times. Like, I know it. They've convinced me. Climate change is real. Yeah, I was sold in 2004 with Al Gore.
I mean, I think I'm the same way. I just hate being told something that I already know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And if you keep telling it to me, this is a classic problem people have with lefties, liberals in general, is that they are too preachy.
Sure.
And there's a lot of debate about it, even within leftism itself, how much of a I don't want to say asshole, but how, how
whatever you do, enunciate. Speak into the mic.
How preachy are you gonna be? Because people don't like being hit over the head with things over and over again.
Yeah, there's a certain inflection point where it comes off as whiny, and then you don't even. And so like climate change is a good example of something that's like a really hard problem to solve, and so it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and so like there's nothing you can. I don't know. It's different when it's like women's rights, like abortion and stuff. Like that was like a hot thing for a while, and it was all you heard about, and probably for good reason. Maybe
votes mattered.
Maybe affected some change, but yeah, when it comes to the climate change stuff, like I mean, yeah, I'll get behind whatever, but like it creates anxiety. You think about the world melting or whatever's happening. Like I got enough things to be anxious about. Got to go to work on Tuesday. Let's put a link up to some climate change support website here so we can stay on the right side of history.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's been this week's memes.
That's this week's memes. Neil, I hope you see this.
Yeah, come on the podcast. Standing invitation.
Come on the podcast. I think he lives at Joe Rogan's house now.
We'd love to have you
there all the time. Yeah. And I heard his last. I think he was on it recently because I've been researching Neil deGrasse Tyson hate just on Twitter, and I hear his last Rogan appearance is pretty rough. It's like his live tweets, but in life, and he uses a dramatic voice. And then Joe Rogan, all dumb and stoned, and he's just like, "No way." Anywho, half baked opinions.
Yeah. So. I guess we could do that. Huh, get it? Because it's just half baked.
I guess. Yeah. All right.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go first?
No, I don't really know mine. I put a note in the Notion about KC Tiny Desk
You were
concerts.
talking for like half an hour about.
I know.
You're like, let me put it in the Notion.
I know. I was a little Rogered up.
Yeah. Okay, I could jog your memory on that.
Well, give me yours first.
Okay. I like to keep with the theme and the festivities and whatever we're talking about. Keep it all tight, you know. So mine's about New Year's, and my opinion is that everyone should just celebrate New Year's 11 p.m. Actually, let's call it 10 p.m. Let's do Midwest New Year's across the country. That works, doesn't it? So East Coast, it's still...
East Coast is only 1 hour ahead?
Yes.
I really thought they were 2 hours ahead for this whole time.
Nah, it turns out it's 1 hour. Yeah, I was tripping there. But yeah, let's just call New Year's 10 p.m. and I'll go home and get some sleep.
So call it 10. You don't even want to wait for East Coast New Year's.
Not really.
You don't want to watch that ball drop?
Oh, they lift the ball and they drop the ball and they lift the ball and they drop the ball. And they lift the ball and they drop the ball.
They do it multiple times?
Yeah. They do it every hour.
They do?
Yeah.
All day long?
For a special televised event with Dick Clark.
I wonder why KC doesn't do like a city thing. You know, our mayor, he's so into the stage lights, Learjets.
Yeah, Mr. Chiefs.
Quentin, he was down in our street, I assume, because we had a big flood last night. Was that last night?
Yeah, they're still cleaning it up.
Yeah, my water's
outside earlier.
Still got a lot of air in the lines. I think they shut it off. Anyway, yeah, I think he would do a big celebration, big televised event.
Yeah,
set off some fountains or something.
You ever do fireworks on New Year's? We used to save our fireworks from 4th of July and set some off at New Year's.
Yeah, I've been to a New Year's party where there was lots of fireworks. Yeah. It was pretty cool. Mariposa, up in the mountains, and it's all dry, woodsy. So you really shouldn't have fireworks. Are never allowed. The only fireworks that are allowed are at the fairgrounds, operated by professionals. But this property, it was one of those crazy out. You had to park your car. We were all parking one place, and then there was like a big lifted truck that was shuttling everyone up to the actual party. And so we could watch the cops running around looking for the source of the fireworks. But there was no way they were going to get up to us. It's kind of fun. I'm a rebel.
Okay, only you can prevent forest fires, Mark.
But we didn't start a forest fire. We're pretty safe about it. But that's your half-baked opinion?
Yeah, make New Year's Eve festivities earlier. We're getting old here.
Yeah. Pete recently joined the mid-30s club. He's well into his 30s now, so can't stay up that late.
Yeah, even on a Saturday.
All right, that was your opinion?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's.
You need me to help you refresh your memory?
No, I've got a new half-baked opinion.
Okay, that's the best kind.
I just think as we're going into this new year, and we've all been through a lot, right? It's been craziness since 2020. Some would say it's been craziness since 2016. I mean, between all the political stuff, the world's never been more divided, and then we go through this pandemic, and a lot of us were working from home. We weren't seeing our friends and our loved ones nearly as much, and I think it kind of changed. It changed us, it changed culture, and we're not as connected. I think there's less empathy in the world, and I think it's something we should focus on. Just caring, thinking about each other. Everyone else is, we're all just trying to live our best lives, and just like to see a little more warmth in the world in 2023.
Spoken from a guy who spends way too much time on Twitter.
You don't think there's warmth on Twitter?
It's like the worst of humanity.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of humanity.
Yeah. I'm just saying it would ruin your perception of empathy and warmth.
I just try to say something nice, and Pete's got to use his Twitter as a reason to shit talk me.
I'm not shit talking. It's a nice sentiment. I agree. It's all just be a little kinder to each other.
Yeah, and be a little more open to each other. You know, I feel like it's just not the same. You know, I used to go out to a bar and make friends. You know, meet new people, conversations. Everyone's become very, very cliquey and scared and nervous world. It's, you know, there's a big world out there. A lot of fun stuff going on. Get on out, explore it.
Yeah, doesn't sound half baked at all. Sounds like a regular baked opinion.
Well, it was extemporaneous. Any closing thoughts, Pete?
Be less like Andrew Tate, more like Greta Thunberg.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We need less Tates, more Thunbergs. Yeah. Greta's a cool name. Do you think there was a spike in after she rose to fame in 2016? I'm thinking it was 20. Maybe it was later. I think there was a spike in people naming their kids Greta. Because I've never met a Greta in person.
Yeah, neither have I.
I guess it's more of was she Norwegian, Swedish?
Any predictions for the future?
Predictions?
Like I'm thinking like what might kids' names be in the future. What any predictions?
I think they're going to get wilder. Kids' names. I think. I don't know. I think short term, it's going to be a tough go. I'm optimistic that we can make this like the softest recession yet. You know, not too many affected. There's always going to be, you know, people that like, I don't know. Real estate is always, it's the worst one. You know, a lot less house transactions and that sort of thing. And I'm optimistic that we'll navigate it gracefully and get back to a nice state of flourishing. Felt like we were flourishing there for a while. 2015.
Yeah.
God, times are good.
So 2024.
Bleep that.
2026. I don't know what the election.
Let's get out of here. I'm feeling too good.
All right.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Bye.